I built over 25 businesses in the last 17 years, doing over $200 million in sales. And in this video, I'll discuss why one of the biggest lessons that I've learned when it comes to building companies is that you need to focus on getting better before you get bigger. I'll explain how to do it and why you need to do it. And that's whether you want to exit the business or build it so it lasts forever. So I think most business owners today are just obsessed over this growth and the revenue numbers, just like I was. They attach their self-worth to how quickly the business is growing because they see a lot of people on social media posting their big numbers, particularly on Twitter. And then they assume that they should be growing just as quick when the decisions they're making become misguided because they just look at the revenue numbers and they focus on this exponential growth, leaving them highly leveraged and stressed at times. They then put so much emphasis on the growth of their business that they lose sight of what really matters. And that is that consistent growth, the stability, the quality, and the reputation. And if your company grows 20 to 30% year on year, then you are a top class company. And there isn't much need to grow faster than that, especially if that means you're sacrificing other areas of the business and potentially your life. And this is something that was very, very hard for me to actually learn, especially when as a founder, you always validate yourself through the numbers of the company because that's like a proxy for growth. So I had to change my mindset in terms of what growth meant to me in order to be patient enough to allow for that slower growth. And ultimately, if the business is getting better, it's still a form of growth. And the act of the business getting better, I was actually growing as a business owner and a founder. Because sometimes in the business, it does grow, but you don't learn anything besides putting more money into marketing dollars. So revenue should never be the goal. It should be getting better for that core group of customers that you have. And I used to get distracted by having 13 businesses all at the same time because it was all about money and the revenue. But when you change your perspective and set the goal to be the best, you can't do 13 different things. You need to focus on getting better, not bigger. And then if you do that, naturally there'll be a demand for your company to get bigger by your customers. And this has been true in all the businesses that I had the most success in. Example of our digital agency for e-commerce businesses, we always focused on just getting better. We hired multiple consultants to train our team. We kept reinvesting in our training and our team and not in actual marketing. All the profits went to training so we can become better. That resulted in our team being one of the best in the world and working with brands like the Audi, taking them from $5 to $200 million in revenue. And for example, business that I'm building, Cure Skincare, we decided to slow down the sales by 20-30% until we can improve the product and the development and the processes and the team and just got better before we actually focus on growth. Now, if you're stuck, you need to stop growing or trying to grow and get better. And a lot of the times I'll speak to business owners and they think they have a marketing problem or they think they have a staffing problem. But in reality, their product is probably just shit. They need to get that better before they want to get bigger because growth is a lagging indicator. The things that you do to create growth are leading indicators. And things that create growth are things that make you better. So just be insanely good from a quality perspective. Can you answer customer service tickets from 5 minutes to 1 minute? Can you improve the quality of your product by one feature? Can you improve the quality of potentially your content by increasing the watch time by 1 second on every single video? Can you improve your conversion rate by 0.5%? Can you test every marketing video on TikTok before you launch it? So once you start looking at the business and getting better in every single department, you can start creating a checklist and a process on how to get better at each department. And then you keep building on this to create the best company that you can. And always remember, the fastest way to grow is slow. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. You still want to be there in 10 to 20 years time. And if you can focus on just being better in every single department and expand your horizons out to that 10, 20 years, you'll build a much, much more valuable company where either you won't have to be in it in order for it to grow and operate, or you can set up for an exit a lot easier because you have built the proper foundations for it and you'll be able to demand a higher value for the company. Thanks for watching. I hope that helped. And if you have any comments or any ideas of what type of content you want me to create to help solve some issues or problems you're having, just put them in the comments below.